हॅलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू सपना होमस्कूलिंग चॅनल. मित्रांनो, आज आपण 10वी सायन्स अँड टेक्नॉलॉजी पार्ट 1चा थर्ड लेसन केमिकल रिॲक्शन अँड इक्वेशन्स याचा एक्सरसाइज बघत आहोत. चला आपल्या व्हिडिओला सुरुवात करूया. क्वेश्चन फर्स्ट, चूज द करेक्ट ऑप्शन फ्रॉम द ब्रॅकेट अँड एक्सप्लेन द स्टेटमेंट गिविंग reasons. A. To prevent rusting, a layer of dash dash metal is applied on iron sheets. Answer. To prevent rusting, a layer of zinc metal is applied on iron sheets. So the explanation. The rusting of iron is an oxidation process. Due to corrosion of an iron, a deposit of reddish substance is formed on it. This substance is called rust. To prevent corrosion, a layer of zinc metal is applied on iron sheets. B. The conversion of ferrous sulphate to ferric sulphate is dash dash reaction. Answer. The conversion of ferrous sulphate to ferric sulphate is an oxidation reaction. When ferric ion is formed from ferrous iron, the positive charge is increased by 1 unit. While this happens, the rarest ion loses 1 electron. A process in which a metal or its ion loses 1 or more electron is called an oxidation. C. When electric current is passed through acidulated water, dash water takes place. Answer. When electric current is passed through acidulated water, decomposition of water takes place. In this reaction, hydrogen and oxygen gas are formed. This decomposition takes place with the help of an electric current. It is also called electrolyte decomposition. D. Addition of an aqueous solution of zinc oxide to an aqueous solution of PaCl2 is an example of dash dash reaction. Addition of an aqueous solution of ZnSO4 to an aqueous solution or BaCl2 is an example of double displacement reaction. So this is the reaction. Barium chloride reacts with zinc sulfate to form a white precipitate of barium sulfate. White precipitate is formed by exchange of ions Ba plus and so 4 minus between the reactants. Question 2. Write answer to the following. A. What is the reaction called when oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously? Explain with one example. Answer. The reaction which involves simultaneous oxidation and reduction is called an oxidation reduction or redox reaction. In a redox reaction, one reactant gets oxidized while the other gets reduced during a reaction. Redox reaction is equal to reduction plus oxidation. In redox reaction, the reductant is oxidized by the oxidant and the oxidant is reduced by the reductant. Example, CaO plus H2 is equal to Cu plus H2. In this reaction, oxygen is removed from copper oxide. Therefore, it is a reduction of CuO while hydrogen accepts oxygen to form water. That means oxidation of hydrogen takes place. Thus, oxidation and reduction reactions occur simultaneously. B. How can the rate of the chemical reaction, namely decomposition of hydrogen peroxide, be increased? Answer. At room temperature, the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen takes place slowly. However, the same reaction occurs at a faster rate on adding magnesium dioxide MnO2 powder into it. C. Explain the term reactant product giving examples. Answer. The substance which undergoes bond breaking taking part in a chemical reaction is called reactant. The substance formed as a result of a chemical reaction by formation of new bonds is called product. Example, in a chemical reaction, the formation of carbon dioxide gas takes place by combustion of coal in air. In this reaction, coal means carbon and oxygen from air are the reactants while carbon dioxide is the product. D. Explain the types of reactions with reference to oxygen and hydrogen. Illustrate with examples. Answer. With reference to oxygen and hydrogen, there are two types of reaction. First, oxidation reaction, and second is the reduction reaction. First, oxidation reaction example. When carbon burns in air, it forms carbon dioxide. In this reaction, carbon accepts oxygen, therefore this is an oxidation reaction. Second, when sodium reacts with ethyl alcohol, sodium ethoxide and hydrogen gas is formed. In this reaction, hydrogen is removed from ethyl alcohol, therefore this is an oxidation reaction. Third, acidified potassium dichromate oxidize ethyl alcohol to acetic acid. So this is how it looks. Second, reduction reaction example. First, when hydrogen gas is passed over black copper oxide, a reddish color layer of copper is formed. In this reaction, an oxygen atom removed from COO to copper this is reduction. So this is how it looks in this reaction. Second, when hydrogen gas is passed over the red hot coke, methane is obtained. Here hydrogen is added to coke, means carbon. Hence this is a reduction. So look, carbon plus hydrogen gas is equal to methane. E. Explain the similarity and difference in two events, namely adding NaOH to water and adding CaO to water. Answer. Both NaOH and CaO, when dissolved separately in water, solid NaOH dissolves releasing heat, resulting in rise in temperature. This reaction is exothermic reaction. When solid CaO dissolves in water, CaOH is formed. Large amount of heat is involved. This reaction is also exothermic reaction. Both reactions are combination reactions and single product is obtained. Means NaOH plus H2O is equal to NaOH aqueous plus heat. And second is the CaO plus H2O is equal to CaOH aqueous plus heat. Difference. Aqueous solution of NaOH is considered as a strong alkali. Aqueous solution of CaOH is considered as a weak alkali. Question 3. Explain the following terms with examples. A. Endothermic reaction. Answer. Endothermic reaction. The reaction in which heat is absorbed is called an endothermic reaction. When KNO3 dissolves in water, there is absorption of heat during the reaction and the temperature of the solution falls. So KNO2 solid plus H2O water plus heat is equal to KNO3 aqueous. Combination reaction. Answer. When two or more reactants combine in a reaction to form a single product, it is called a combination reaction. Example. First, the ammonia gas reacts with hydrogen chloride gas to form a salt in the gaseous state. Immediately, it condenses at room temperature and gets transformed into the solid state. So, NH3 gas is equal to ammonia plus HCl means hydrogen chloride is equal to NH4Cl, ammonium chloride, a single product. Second, magnesium burns in air to form white powder of magnesium oxide as a single product. Means 2 Mg plus O2 if we give it heat. So 2 MgO magnesium oxide a single product forms. Third, iron reacts with sulfur to form iron sulphide. Fe ferrous iron is equal to sulfur. It gives heat. And FeS solid iron sulphide. Balance equation. Answer. In a chemical reaction, the number of atoms of the elements in the reactant is same as the number of atoms of those elements in the product. Such an equation is called a balance equation. Example, AgNO3 plus NaCl is equal to AgCl plus NaNO3. In the above reactions, the number of atoms of elements in the reactants is same as the number of atoms of elements in the products. D. Displacement reaction. Answer. The reaction in which the place of the ion gas of a less reactive element in a compound is taken by another more reactive element by the formation of its own ions is called displacement reaction. When zinc granules are added to the blue-colored copper sulphate solution, the zinc ion formed from zinc atoms takes place of Cu2 plus ions in CuSO4 and copper atoms formed from Cu2 plus ions comes out. Example, the more reactive zinc displaced, the less reactive CO form copper sulphate. Means zinc plus copper sulphate is equal to zinc sulphate plus copper plus heat. Fourth question, give scientific reason. A. When the gas formed on heating limestone is passed through freshly prepared lime water, the lime water turns milky. Answer. When limestone is heated, calcium oxide and carbon dioxide are formed. This carbon dioxide gas is passed through freshly prepared lime water. Insoluble calcium carbonate and water are formed. In this reaction, lime water turns milky. Means CaOH2 plus CO2 is equal to CaCO3, means calcium carbonate plus water. B. It takes time for pieces of shahabad tile to disappear in HCl, but its powder disappears rapidly. Answer. The rate of a reaction depends upon the size of the particles of the reactants taking part in the reaction. The smaller the size of the reactant particles, the more is their total surface area and the faster is the rate of the reaction. In the reaction of HCl with pieces of shahabad tile, CO2 if effervescence is formed amid the tile disappears slowly. On the other hand, carbon dioxide effervescence forms at faster rate with shahabad tile powder and it disappears rapidly. While preparing dilute sulfuric acid from concentrated sulfuric acid in the laboratory, the concentrated sulfuric acid is added slowly to water with constant stirring. Answer. The preparation of dilute sulfuric acid falls in the category of extreme exothermic process. During the preparation of dilute sulfuric acid, large amount of water is taken in a glass container which is surrounded by ice. Cool it for 20 minutes. Now small quantity of cone H2SO4 is added slowly with stirring. Therefore, only a small amount of heat is liberated at a time. In this way, dilute sulfuric acid is prepared. Third, on the other hand, in the process of dilution or conc sulfuric acid with water, very large amount of heat is liberated. As a result, water gets evaporated instantaneously if it is poured into conc H2SO4, which may cause an accident. D. It is recommended to use airtight container for storing oil for long time. Answer. If edible oil is allowed to stand for a long time, it undergoes air oxidation, becomes rancid and it smells and taste changes. Rancidity in the road stuff cooked in oil or ghee is prevented by using antioxidants. The process of oxidation reaction of foodstuff can also be slowed down by storing it in the tight air container. Question 5. Observe the following picture and write down the chemical reaction with explanation. So this is the picture. Answer. The rusting of iron is an oxidation process. The rust on iron does not form by a simple reaction between oxygen and iron surface. The rust is formed by an electrochemical reaction. Ferrous oxides to FeO3H2O हे गंजाचं सूत्र आहे म्हणजे रसचं सूत्र आहे. On one part of iron surface while oxygen gets reduced to water on another part of surface. Different regions on the surface of iron becomes anode and cathode. Ferrous is oxidized to Fe2 plus in the anode region. Ferrous is equal to Fe2 plus aqueous plus 2 electrons minus. And second, O2 is reduced to form water in the cathode region. O2 plus 4H plus aqueous plus 4E minus is equal to 2H2O. When ferrous ions migrate from the anode region, they react with water and further get oxidized to form Fe3 plus ions. A reddish colored hydrated oxide is formed from Fe3 plus ions. It is called rust. It collects on the surface. 2Fe3 plus aqueous plus 4H2O is equal to Fe2O3 into H2O plus 6 hydrogen aqueous. Because of various components in the atmosphere, oxidation of metal takes place. Consequently, resulting in their damage. This is called corrosion. Iron rust and a reddish colored layer is formed on it. This is corrosion of iron. Question 6. Identify from the following reactions the reactants that undergo oxidation and reduction. A. Fe plus S is equal to FeS. Answer. Fe plus S is equal to FeS. In this reaction, iron means ferrous undergoes oxidation and sulfur undergoes reduction. Second, 2AgO plus 2Ag2O is equal to 4Ag plus O2. Answer. In this reaction, reduction of Ag2O takes place. C. 2 magnesium plus oxygen से दोन रेणु is equal to 2 MgO. Answer. In this reaction, oxidation of Mg takes place. D. NiO plus H2 is equal to Ni plus H2O. Answer. NiO plus H2 is equal to Ni plus H2O. In this reaction, reduction of NiO takes place and oxidation of H2 takes place. Question 7. Balance the following equations stepwise. A. H2S2O7 plus H2O is equal to H2SO4. Step 1. Rewrite the given equation as it is. Step 2. Write the number or atoms of each element in the unbalanced equation on both sides of equation. So ही एलिमेंट से सो हा चार्ट तयार करायचा आपल्याला. एका बाजूला एलिमेंट, एका मध्ये नंबर ऑफ ॲटम्स इन द रिॲक्टन्ट्स आणि नंबर ऑफ ॲटम्स इन द प्रोडक्ट्स. Step 3. To equalize the number of hydrogen atoms, sulfur atoms and oxygen atoms, we use 2 as the coefficient or factor in the product. Now the equation becomes H2S2O7 plus H2O is equal to 2H2SO4. Now count the atoms of each element on both sides of the equation. The number of atoms on both sides are equal. बघा जसे हायड्रोजनचे लेफ्ट साईडला आणि राईट साईडला दोन्हीकडे सेम झाले. तसेच सल्फरचे पण इकडे दोन झालेत. ऑक्सिजनचे पण ऑक्सिजनचे इकडे 8 आहेत, तिकडे 2 आहेत, 6 आहेत. सो दोन्हीकडे टोटल 14 झाले. सो हे इक्वल झालं. Hence the balanced equation is H2S2O7 plus H2O is equal to 2H2SO4. Now indicate the physical state of the reactants and the products. B. SO2 plus H2S is equal to S plus H2O. Answer. Step 1. Rewrite the given equation as it is. Step 2. Write the number of atoms of each element in the unbalanced equation on both sides of equation. इथे सल्फर आहे, ऑक्सिजन आणि हायड्रोजन. सो दोन्ही बाजूला आपल्याला बघायचे की त्यांचे ॲटम्सचे नंबर किती आहेत. द नंबर ऑफ हायड्रोजन ॲटम्स ऑन बोथ साइड्स आर ऑफ द इक्वेशन इज सेम. देअरफॉर इक्वलाइज द नंबर ऑफ सल्फर ॲटम्स अँड ऑक्सिजन ॲटम्स. स्टेप 3. टू बॅलन्स द नंबर ऑफ सल्फर ॲटम्स. तर इकडे बघा आपल्याला सल्फरचे ॲटम्स आणि इनिशियल करायचे. इकडे मध्ये रिॲक्टंट्स आहे आणि इन प्रोडक्ट्समध्ये किती आहे ते सगळं लिहिलेलं आहे. To equalize the number of sulfur atoms, we use 2 as the factor in the product. Now the equation becomes SO2 plus H2S is equal to 2S plus H2O. Step 4. To equalize the number of oxygen atoms in the unbalanced equation. इथे आपल्याला ऑक्सिजन मधले नंबरचे ॲटम्स दिले. इनिशियलमध्ये किती आहे, बॅलन्स किती करायचे, रिॲक्टंट्समध्ये किती आणि प्रोडक्टमध्ये किती आहे. To equalize the number of sulfur atoms, we use 2 as a factor in the product. Example, H2O. Now the unbalanced equation becomes SO2 plus H2S is equal to 2S plus 2H2O. Step 5. To equalize the number of hydrogen atoms in unbalanced equation. Number of atoms in hydrogen initially to balance. In reactants किती आहे, 2 आहेत. प्रोडक्टमध्ये किती 4 आहेत. मग बॅलन्स करायला आपल्याला रिॲक्टंट्समध्ये 2 into 2 करायला लागतील, म्हणजे प्रोडक्ट्समध्ये 4 होतील. To equalize the number of hydrogen, we use 2 as the factor of reactant. Example, H2S. Now the unbalanced equation becomes SO2 plus 2H2S is equal to 2S plus 2H2O. Now count the atom of each element on both sides of the equation. These are less number of sulfur atoms in the product. Now equalize the sulfur atoms. The balanced equation becomes SO2 plus 2H2S is equal to 3S plus 2H2O. Now indicate the physical states of reactants and products. C. Ag plus HCl is equal to AgCl plus H2. Answer. Step 1. Rewrite the given equation as it is. Step 2. Write the number of atoms or each element in the unbalanced equation on both sides of equations. So this is the elements, number of atoms in reactants, number of atoms in products. So hydrogen is unbalanced, so we have to balance it. The number of silver and chloride atoms of both sides of the equations are same. Therefore, equalize the number of hydrogen atoms. Step 3. To balance the number of hydrogen atoms, number of atoms of hydrogen in reactants and in products. So initially they are 1 and 2. To balance, we have to multiply in reactants. To equalize the number of hydrogen atoms, we use 2 as the factor of in the product HCl. Now the unbalanced equation becomes Ag plus 2HCl is equal to AgCl plus hydrogen. Step 4. To balance this number of chlorine atoms, number of atoms of chlorine in reactants in product. तर आपल्याला इथे प्रोडक्टमध्ये त्याला दोनाने एकाला गुणायला लागेल म्हणजे बॅलन्स करताना ते 2 होतील. To equalize the number of chlorine atoms, we use 2 as a factor in the product of AgCl. Now the unbalanced equation becomes Ag plus 2HCl is equal to 2AgCl plus H2. Now count the atoms of each element on both sides of the equation. There are less number of silver atoms in the reactant. Now equalize the silver atom. The balanced equation becomes 2Ag plus 2HCl is equal to 2AgCl plus H2. Now indicate the physical state of the reactants and products. 2Ag plus 2HCl is equal to 2AgCl plus H2. H2SO4 plus NaOH is equal to Na2SO4 plus H2O. Answer. Step 1. Rewrite the given equation as it is. Step 2. Write the number of atoms of each element in the unbalanced equation on both sides of equation. तर इथे एलिमेंट दिलेले आहेत आपल्याला. इथे मध्ये आपल्याला नंबर दिलेत ॲटम्सचे रिॲक्टंटमध्ये किती आहे. इथे अनबॅलन्स कुठले दिसतात आपल्याला, तर आपल्याला Na आपल्याला अनबॅलन्स दिसतो, तर त्याला आपल्याला बॅलन्स करायला हवं. The number of oxygen atoms involved in different compounds of both sides, reactant and products, are equal. Therefore, balance the number of atoms of the second element means sodium. Step 3. To balance the number of sodium atoms, number of the atoms of sodium in reactant in product. To begin with, to balance. To equalize the number of sodium atoms, we use 2 as the factor of NaOH in the reactant. Now the partly balanced equation becomes as follows. H2SO4 plus 2NaOH is equal to Na2SO4 plus 2H2O. Step 4. Now balance the number of hydrogen atoms, number of atoms of hydrogen in reactant in product. To begin with, 2, in products 2, to balance. In reactant is 4, so in product we have to multiply 2 into 2. To equalize the number of hydrogen atoms, we use 2 as the factor of H2O in the product. The equation then becomes H2SO4 plus 2NaOH is equal to Na2SO4 plus H2O. Now count the atoms of each element on both sides of the equation. The number of atoms on both sides are equal, hence the balanced equation is H2SO4 plus 2NaOH is equal to Na2SO4 plus 2H2O. Now indicate the physical state of the reactants and the products. H2SO4 plus 2NaOH is equal to Na2SO4 plus H2O. Question 8. Identify the endothermic and exothermic reaction. A. HCl plus NaOH is equal to NaCl plus H2O plus C is equal to exothermic reaction. B. 2KClO is equal to delta 2KCl plus 3O2. It's exothermic reaction. C. CaO plus H2O is equal to CaOH2 plus heat. It's an exothermic reaction. And D. CaCO3 is equal to delta CaO plus CO2. It's exothermic reaction. Question 9. Match the column in the following table. Reactant, product and type of chemical reaction. Answer. Reactants BaCl2 plus ZnSO4, products BaSO4 plus ZnCl2. It's double displacement. Second is decomposition. Third is displacement. And fourth is combination. थँक्यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग अ व्हिडिओ. मित्रांनो, जर हा व्हिडिओ आवडला असेल तर लाईक करा, चॅनलला सबस्क्राईब करा, तुमच्या मित्रमैत्रिणींना शेअर करा आणि तुम्हाला कुठल्याही प्रकारचं जर अडचण असेल तर आम्हाला नक्की कमेंटमध्ये कळवा. धन्यवाद.